Your name?
Ajay Funara.
Okay. And what according to you was the difficulty level?
Actually, I'll say it was easy to medium. It was well balanced, some questions were out of syllabus but most of them were expected kind of questions. So
And which topics
it was
or
well
chapters?
balanced.
Which topics or chapters had the most questions?
I guess micro was very high yielding in this paper. Micro, pathology, these both were.
And among clinical and preclinical, which one?
Actually, for me, medicine was a little difficult, but maybe it's not same for all the students. But for me, it was a little difficult compared to other subjects.
And like from clinical, preclinical, which one had the major questions?
Clinical, sure.
And were the questions image based or
Yeah,
linear?
most of the questions were. There were many questions which were image based. So yeah.
And was the time duration enough for you, or you?
Yeah, it was enough. It was not lengthy, but yeah, it's enough.
And how are the COVID protocols maintained inside the exam hall?
Yeah, they were maintained.
And also there were a lot of demands from students to postpone the exam. So what was your take? Did you want the exam to be postponed?
No, I did not want it because it's not gonna change anything. There will be always will be students who won't be taking the exam, so it will still the issue will still remain the same. So I wanted to give the exam today.
How was the difficulty level of the exam?
I can say it's a moderate to hard
And
because topics are expected, but there's slight change from the previous pattern of questions. Actually, we can say slightly that some questions are like out of the box, like from 10 to 20 questions are out of the box, and almost 180 questions are from the expected topics, but not the previous year questions, and the questions which are not to be supposed to be asked, that was asked from the known topics. I can say that.
and which section had the maximum questions, like clinical, preclinical, paraclinical?
All maximum are kind of clinical type of questions.
And among the types of questions, were they more on image based or?
No. There's like you can say 20 to 30 questions are image based questions, and almost half the rest of the questions are like clinically oriented questions.
How did your exam go?
It was nice. Let's hope for the answer key and then we'll see how good it was.
Okay, so how was the exam difficulty level?
It was more clinical based, and if you have attempted more of grand test, then it would be a very helpful. And also the question were more clinical based and image based question were there.
Okay, nice.
And the subjects which included were path and obs gynae, which were mainly asked this time.
Okay, and how were the COVID protocols at the center?
It was good. Everyone was wearing mask, and different bottles were given to each and every candidate. So they tried to maintain the protocol.
Okay. And do you think the Supreme Court's decision not to postpone the exam was right?
Now it feels that previously I was also anxious. Then I was also trying to the exam should get postponed. But now after giving the exam, it's nice that it happened on the day which was requested.
What is the difficulty level of the paper?
Above average.
Moderate? And the type of questions, were they more on linear or image based or?
No, they were least image-based question this time.
Okay.
So mostly they were clinical, regarding clinical scenarios.
And what was the which were the topics that were asked? Like maximum topics or subjects? Chapters.
Most of the topics were from medicine, from CVS and RS, and from gynecology they were about all abortions and labor management.
And one more question, there were a lot of demands from students to postpone the exam. So what is your take? Should have the exam been postponed, or you are happy that it finally took place?
There was lot of chaos about that, whether exam has to be postponed or not. But I think right now we are relieved that we have given our exams. That's what matters the most
So
now.
was it your first attempt?
Yeah, second.
Second. What was the difficulty level of the exam?
It was moderate, mostly on the easy part, like all the clinical questions.
Okay. And were the questions more of image based or linear based or like short questions?
Mixed.
Next. And which section had the maximum question? You said clinical.
The paper whole was clinical.
Okay. And which were the topics of the chapters from which major questions were there?
Like COVID questions were there.
Okay.
And mostly in the surgery, this whole urology part was more.
And was this your
In
first?
medicine, respiratory part was more, and emergency medicine.
Okay. And was this your first attempt?
No,
Okay. So as compared to last year, do you think this year was easier, or it was the same?
well, last year September paper was also this kind only. Both
Okay.
were.
So it was similar. And this went quite well.
Okay. So, what was the exam difficulty level according to you?
It was average. One who would have prepared for it, it might have went well for them.
Okay, how was the exam difficulty level that we have known? I would also like to know that do you think that the exam being conducted today was the right decision or should it have been postponed?
I believe it was right. The decision was correct.
How did your exam go? How were the questions? Easy, difficult?
Moderate level, easy, difficult.
Okay, and is it your first time that you have appeared for the exam? Okay, great, congratulations. And how were the COVID protocols at the center? It was good. And you think that the Supreme Court's decision not to postpone the exam was right? No? So you were like, you think that you needed more time to prepare amid the COVID wave?